Hi, Doug Stworski for the U.S. Access Institute, LLC. Today we look at one specific element in our lesson series called Accessibility by the Element. That's where we take a quick look at the accessibility requirements and one specific element. We also do a comparison of the different ADA and state access codes and standards. We try to cover it from coast to coast. Remember, our goal is eliminating the confusion and access compliance. So check us out at www.usaccessinstitute.com. Here we go. First, we start with the periodic table of accessible elements. It's not a real table in the access standard sense of things, but hey, we want to make access fun. Next, we'll drill down to section 304, and that covers turning space requirements. Next, we go to section 304.3.2 on T-shaped turning spaces, and it reads, the turning space shall be a T-shaped space with a 60-inch square minimum, with arms and a base 36 inches wide, and each arm of the T shall be clear of obstructions for 12 inches minimum in each direction, and the base shall be clear of obstructions for 24 inches. The space shall be permitted to include knee and toe clearance only at the end of either the base or one arm. This means one arm here, or at the base here, but only in one segment, not all three at once. These requirements are consistent across access standards that include the 2010 ADA Standard for Accessible Design, the 2012 Texas Accessibility Standards, and the 2022 California Building Code. The 60-inch square turning space is also a requirement in the ICC A117.1, the 2017 standard, but for only existing buildings. New buildings and facilities have three different options. Let's look at those. The first option is a T-shaped space that fits within an area 68 inches wide and 60 inches deep, with arms and base that are 36 inches minimum in width. Each arm shall extend 16 inches minimum from each side of the base located opposite the other, and the base shall extend 24 inches minimum from the arms. At the intersection of each arm and the base, the interior corners shall be chamfered for 8 inches minimum along both the arm and along the base. Option number 2 is a T-shaped space that fits within an area 64 inches wide and 60 inches deep, with two arms 38 inches minimum in width and a base that is 42 inches minimum in width. Each arm shall extend 11 inches minimum from each side of the base located opposite the other, and the base shall extend 22 inches minimum from each arm. Option number 3 is a T-shaped space 64 inches wide and 60 inches deep, with two arms and one base 40 inches minimum in width. Each arm shall extend 12 inches minimum from each side of the base, and the base shall extend 20 inches minimum from each arm. Turning spaces shall be permitted to include knee and toe clearance of either the base or one arm. For option number 1, the base or the arm is the portion beyond the chamfer. Here, the left arm includes knee and toe space. Here, the right arm includes knee and toe space. And here, the bases include the knee and toe space. Remember, it is only one arm or base and not all three as shown here. This wraps it up for T-shaped turning spaces. Thanks for watching, and remember that here at the U.S. Access Institute, LLC, our goal is eliminating the confusion in access compliance. So check us out at www.usaccessinstitute.com.